Hi, I'm Colonel Cullen Jones, 65th Commander of the New Orleans District, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and today we are here in Lake Charles, Louisiana, in Calcasieu Parish, providing an update on the Southwest Coastal Project. Excited to say I'm joined here today by our Senior Project Manager, Daryl Broussard, within the New Orleans District, who has oversight of the Southwest Coastal Project, and really excited to have our Rock Island partners that are assisting us in the non-structural elevation delivery portion of this project, to include my fellow District Engineer, Colonel Jess Curry, and the Project Manager, Mickey Meyer. We had an opportunity earlier today to provide an update to the Governor's Advisory Committee for Coastal Protection, Restoration, and Conservation on the exciting next steps that we have for this. We recently signed our project partnering agreement with our non-federal sponsor, the Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority, on the 14th of June, and we are moving out, both on the ecosystem restoration end and also on the non-structural elevation. So Daryl, when we look at the non-structural elevation and the ecosystem restoration, they're complementary. But for the New Orleans District, we are focusing on the ecosystem restoration. That's a $5.5 billion program out of the 6.8 for the overall element. When you look there, we've got both marsh restoration, we've got shoreline protection, and then we've also looking at reforestation of the critical geomorphic structures of the Chenier Ridges in this area. At the end of the day, that's going to provide us 15,000 acres of restoration of coastline at risk, along with 47 miles of shoreline protection. Can you talk to us about how we are working with CPRA and working in complement with the restoration projects that are currently ongoing to deliver this much needed restoration in Southwest Louisiana?
Certainly. Thank you, sir. Glad to be here also. When we formulated this $5.5 billion plan, we actually was looking to have synergy with all the other ecosystem restoration projects that's been ongoing in the state of Louisiana. We've been at this now for decades, and this is just a very good step in the right direction that sends money to the western part of the state where we haven't really focused that much on. So when we formulated these plans, we've worked with the state of Louisiana through CPRA, we've worked with the CRIPRA program, we basically worked with any group that Rockefeller Refuge, any group that basically was wanting to restore the coastline and help the state in that effort.
No, Daryl, really appreciate the overview. And you think about this coastline at risk, under attack based off of both sea level rise and subsidence, be able to get in there, do the shoreline protection, recover and restore these critical habitats is going to be essential as we move forward. At the same time, the other portion, the $1.3 billion in non-structural solutions, is going to help provide a level of risk reduction to the 1% storm or 100-year flood all the way up to the year 2075. This is huge. We are on the ground floor. We're looking at doing the first 24 homes for this. And when you realize that these non-structural solutions ranges from elevating homes from 1 foot to 13 foot, so they're above the base flood elevation. We're looking at dry flood proofing for non-residential and commercial structures up to 3 feet, and then also building risk reduction berms for warehouses and commercial facilities all the way up to 6 feet. So Jess and Mickey, really appreciate you guys taking the time to get down here on the ground. We are actually on location, one of the first houses that we're going to work with them to elevate to help provide that level of risk reduction. As we move forward, Jess, can you talk to us about the partnership and the power of regional delivery so that we can get this in the ground and get this level of risk reduction for these?
Thanks, Cullen, and really, really great points on the opportunities we have here at this project to deliver on a regional support from across the Mississippi Valley Division. Rock Island District sends a lot more than just water, barges, and agricultural products down to the south through the Mississippi Valley. It gets the influence from the entire district, the support, the strength, the technical capability from the entire enterprise in order to make sure that the people that live in houses like the one right behind us are happy with what they've received. That leaves them feeling satisfied with what the federal government has provided to them in protection of their homes, their livelihoods, and their families. So it's a great privilege to get to be a part of this project. Certainly thankful to be standing here today and excited to see where this is going to go over the next couple years. So I'll pass over to Mickey and ask Mickey to provide some of the specific details for what the initial way forward looks like for this particular project.
Thank you, Colonel Curry, and thank you, Colonel Jones. I really look forward to working with both of the teams and getting the protection to these homeowners as they deserve. The next steps are going to be in September. We're going to have some public meetings, and then we will prioritize the properties at that time. Folks can come and get more information at the public meetings, and then we'll just continue developing the communication plan and strategies for talking with homeowners and bringing contractors on board. And that's the next steps for the future.
So we're going to see the contracts awarded, and potentially this house that's right behind us today, we could see this being started elevated in May of 2024. So again, that's the goal, is to get moving quickly on these initial sets of houses so that we can open the doors to expand to the full impact that this project gives us the opportunity of. So thanks, Colonel Jones, for letting the Rock Island District be a part of this.
Jess and Mickey, thank you so much for taking the time to come down here to get boots on the ground to build that connective tissue that's going to be critical as we move forward in Calcasieu, Cameron, and Vermilion parishes, working with the local parishes, working with the local homeowners to make this a reality. And once again, this is an example of the New Orleans District leveraging the talent and resources across the entire Mississippi Valley Division through regional delivery to make sure that we are doing the best we can for South Louisiana. So from the New Orleans District and the Rock Island District, this is Colonel Cullen Jones, Ession's Building Strong.